Hello, my YouTube viewers. I am here with another e-liquid review, and today we're going to be reviewing MadVapes Spiced Pipe. I just got this in the mail today. My postal USP delivery woman was driving through our driveway. We had a blizzard last night, not a huge blizzard. It was pretty amazing to see this arrive a day early in all of that snow. Now we got a few other flavors from MadVapes. I decided to check out some MadVapes today. So I got some strawberry, I got Mad Tobacco, and I got their decaying tobacco, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. So this is 10 milliliters of 18 grams of spiced pipe. It's got a dark coloration. I went with tobacco flavors mostly this time. I wanted to try and find a nice tobacco flavor. So we got some vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol, organic and or natural flavors. It has a looks like it's a born on date, December 2nd of 2013, which is pretty cool. It says top vapor. That's not MadVapes. On their website they got something about top vapor, and then here's the card that they sent me, which contains a warning along with top vapor e-liquid. So something with top vapor that they're mixing with top vapor, I guess. Let's pull out the Nemesis and the modified Agati 2, and let's get vaping on this. Now I've been vaping some of this crappy, I hate to say it, but I've been vaping some of this Vapor Renew. We'll just keep that off camera, and I don't like saying that. But I've been out of e-fluid. So this thing has a little bit of carbonization from the vegetable glycerin that's in that fluid. But I've been vaping on it, and it should be pretty neutral. It may take a few vapes to get the actual spiced pipe flavor out here. Let's go ahead and get the sniff test. It smells like Old Spice. Oh man, that's not what I was expecting. Seriously, it smells like Old Spice. The regular Old Spice deodorant. And there's something else in there. Weird. Okay, so I'm going to say right off the bat it smells like Old Spice. And it smells a lot like Old Spice. The original flavor of Old Spice. I can't imagine vaping Old Spice is going to be awesome. But maybe the spices that they use in Old Spice are what they're using in here, and there's not going to be some bitter underarm taste. Again, I don't know what the content is. It could be 50-50. I didn't ask the vegetable glycerin and propylene glycol mix. I didn't ask. I really need to start doing that when I'm doing reviews. But it's flowing really smooth, even though it says vegetable glycerin is the #1 ingredient. Vegetable glycerin and then propylene glycol, and then organic and or natural flavors. It's funny they didn't put a note that there's nicotine in here. So I guess this should be full. Let's go ahead and prime these coils. Get them nice and wet with fluid we're going to be vaping. Let's see if I can get this a little bit fuller. I'm really filling this up probably more than I should. I have high hopes that this is going to be a good tobacco flavor. I thought it would be nice to try another tobacco flavor, and I guess MadVapes has some really good tobacco flavors, so I wanted to try some of their tobacco flavors. Now you can see right away there's some dark coloration. You might be able to see it. Yeah, you should be able to see it by the wick. That is chai tea from Vapor Renew. That's going to be there for a while. Hopefully it doesn't destroy this flavor. Weird. Burning off water yet. But I can taste the spices. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. So let's go over what I'm tasting here right now. Again, it tastes really, really similar to Old Spice, but it doesn't have that medicinal, something that should be under your arm flavor to it. There's the rich, warm pipe flavor that I was hoping for. I'm still burning off some water, so I'm sorry it's not vaping really hard. Terrible. That's how I clean this thing out. I just use water. I gotta be honest right now with the flavor, just the way it is. You know, it's vaping really piss poor because of the water, but the flavor's coming out, and I'm getting a really good good pipe tobacco flavor. I'm not a huge pipe tobacco smoker. Like back in the day, I didn't smoke a lot of pipe tobacco, but I'd buy bags of cherry pipe tobacco that I'd roll, and it was a really thick, how can I say it? It had a really thick flavor to it. All that wick, all that stainless steel is just soaked with water because I tried to cleaning it out. That chai tea flavor is just dark. It's pitch black. Now we're hitting some of the vapor production. Okay, so this is 18 milligrams of nicotine, so that I'm getting a really big throat hit compared to what I'm used to. A little bit more nicotine, but I planned on putting vegetable glycerin in it. That was the idea. Definitely gonna have to put a little bit of vegetable glycerin in there. I gotta be honest, the flavor's actually pretty good right now. It's got a rich, a warm flavor to it. It's making my mouth tingle like when I would smoke pipe tobacco, but it's probably the nicotine content in there. It's got a really nice mellow flavor to it. I wish it was vaping better, but I totally blame the water right now. I think after I burn it off a little bit more, it'll vape a lot better. The initial flavor of like Old Spice is kind of wearing off now, and it's more of a how do I say it? I don't know. It's like it does have like a spicy flavor to it, but it's more of a man. It's not. I guess it's not quite cinnamon. Almost like a touch of clove, but it doesn't have that throat opening effect. And you know, it's not. Man, I guess it would be like kind of like the spice in a spiced rum would be that kind of flavor. I still, you know, I'm gonna be honest. There's kind of an overtone of Old Spice, which is strange. I think it's a strange combination. The tobacco flavor is nice and rich. I guess if you were looking for a tobacco flavor, this would be a good excuse me, this would be a good tobacco flavor. This is a really good pipe tobacco flavor, I think. Like if I were a pipe smoker, I could see myself putting this in a pipe and really smoking it, because it's not it's not a terrible flavor. There's just it's a pretty good pipey flavor, but there's no that tar and shit. It's not vaping as awesome as I would like it to. Sometimes I wonder if my computer fan is going to rub against my mic. Let me shut the fans off. Hold on. Okay. Sometimes I think my computer fan blows the vapor away. I don't think this is hitting as hard as I'd like it to. I think by now the water should be burned off. This is a fresh battery. It's got two 5-coil wraps on it, so I'm guessing, it's got to be around a half a ohm. I still haven't gotten an ohm tester yet to be 100% sure. I'm not ecstatic about the amount of vapor this is producing. Can't say I'm exactly ecstatic about the amount of vapor. I do have tons of vegetable glycerin. I have this whole I have this whole huge bottle of vegetable glycerin that I'm going to add some of that to this. The flavor is really rich in this mix. It's really good. I got it higher nicotine content just so I could mix something like this with vegetable glycerin. It's got a really nice pipey flavor to it. As I've said before, there's an overtone of Old Spice. The tones that you would get if you were to find a bottle of Old Spice and whiff on that. There's not that alcohol content you might get from something like that, from something like the aftershave or something like that. But the scent of it really reminds me of Old Spice soap and deodorant and all of that. But the flavor is really good. If you get past that Old Spice overtone, it's pretty mild once it starts vaping really good. And it's got a rich, mellow flavor to it. It's pretty good. It's pretty thick, and the flavor seems to be thicker than the actual amount of vapor I'm producing from it. I will say I am slightly disappointed in the amount of flavor. Not the flavor, the amount of vapor. Just because it says vegetable glycerin is the first ingredient, I would expect vegetable glycerin to be the most in here. There's propylene glycol next, and I would expect it either to be 50-50 or 60-40 or something like that, so that the vegetable glycerin would be it'd produce more vapor than it is. I have a hard time believing that it's still water after how much I've been vaping on it right now. And I try and be totally transparent when I'm doing reviews like this. It seems to be splattering a lot too, which I don't quite understand. It's really bubbly, and I'm not used to that much juice just like flying off the wicks. I'll give it another vape. Maybe I need to change my wicks and my coils. That wasn't so bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good vapor, finally. It's really splattery, though, which kind of make me wonder how much vegetable glycerin is actually in there. So actually it's finally producing some actual vapor. It's really hard to describe what spices they're using, and it's really hard to, explain the actual flavor, but if you've ever smoked actual pipe tobacco, I have, and it really reminds me of that thick, tobacco-y flavor. It's not overly bitter. I think they tend to sweeten pipe tobacco with different flavors like cherry or vanilla, or in this case spices, and it's honestly pretty good. I guess I almost want to say cinnamon and something in graham crackers. It's kind of a sweet flavor to it, and it's got a really musky smell to it. It's so strange how much it reminds me of Old Spice. I just keep saying Old Spice over and over again because it reminds me so much of Old Spice. And I would say a touch of rum. I would say there's just a hint of rum flavor in there. Would I recommend this? Ooh, fucking cloudy in here. Would I recommend this? Maybe. If you're really into tobacco flavors, this might be something you're interested in too. It's not like a cigarette flavor at all. It's definitely a really good representation of pipe tobacco, and the name really says it all. This one had pretty good reviews on the MadVapes webpage, so I picked it out. Would I vape this often? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of tobacco flavors. I like this flavor. I can say I'm enjoying vaping it, and I can see me vaping it more. Probably not at this high milligram. This is a pretty high nicotine content, and I'm already getting a nicotine buzz off of it. So I would say maybe watch your nicotine content on something like this. Now that it's finally vaping really good, I would say the vapor production is a lot better, and maybe it was just water. It's pretty good. MadVapes, spiced pipe. It's a good representation of pipe tobacco, and if you're into that flavor, I would say go ahead and get it. I can't say that enough, because it tastes a lot like like pipe tobacco. One of the reasons why I wanted to pick MadVapes for their tobacco flavors is they have this process that they extract the flavor from real tobacco leaves, which I find interesting. So it explained why it's such a really good similarity to pipe tobacco, because they're probably using real tobacco to extract the flavor from. I don't know what that means for carcinogens or anything like that. I don't know how they purify it, but I don't think they're using artificial tobacco flavoring. So if you're looking for a really good tobacco flavor, MadVapes probably has it. This review has gone on a lot longer than I wanted it to. So I think I'm going to hit this one more time, and man, I gotta say this is actually a pretty good flavor. If you like pipe tobacco, this is a really good pipe tobacco flavor. If you don't like pipe tobacco, I would say probably stay away. But yeah. Now, if you like this review, go ahead, click like, leave me a comment. I do appreciate all of my comments. This new Google Plus transition. I'm not sure if I'm replying to all my comments. I don't seem to get them in the inbox anymore. I am trying. I'm trying to reply to all my comments. I'm not sure if I'm seeing all of the comments, but I'm definitely trying. So go ahead, leave me a comment, and I will do my best to respond. If you have not clicked subscribe, go ahead and click subscribe. I received a lot of subscribers after posting a video on the S&G Vapor Facebook page. That was awesome. So welcome to all of my new subscribers. I'm going to be doing some MadVapes vapor reviews for a while. And then, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go back to S&G. They got some new flavors that I want to try out. But I might also hit up Halo again because I really like their flavors too. So if you haven't clicked subscribe, go ahead and click subscribe now, and I will be doing more reviews in the future. Until next video,